What is up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Locks. Here's on Scores and Odds. If you haven't already signed up for it yet, making bad life choices, just go over there, sign up. It's really, really simple. You just pay money and we make you money. It's that simple. We have all sorts of tools. We have this nice little prop shopping tools that has RG projections showing you exactly which bets we like and which bets we do not like. So it's pretty much just that simple. Go sign up. You're going to have picks from me, Meansy, Dean, all sorts of guys over at Roto Grinders every single day. It's free money. Plus, you'll have access to Grant's Action Lounge if you haven't already signed up for it yet. Go to scoresandodds.com/Discord. It's where I'm throwing in all my bets. Let's bring it over right here. As you can see, all the bets that are on this show are in the Grant's Action Lounge. It's that simple. You don't even have to do any research. Just go in there, sign up. It's free right now. I don't know when we're going to be moving it over to not free to premium, but it's coming out sometime soon. Ja Morant is out on Thursday. Man, it's a wild slate. We only got 5 games here, but so much news so far this morning. If you have a chance and the line's still up at any of the sportsbook, go hammer the over on Bane points. Should be sitting around 18.5, 20.5. Dylan Brooks is ruled out. Absolutely hammer the Bane over on points if it's even on the board anywhere. I doubt it is. As soon as it goes up anywhere, just hit it. Just hit it. That's simple. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the YouTube chat over in the Grant's Action Lounge Discord, and I'll get to them throughout the show. But gosh, more news keeps rolling in constantly. Yeah, it's been a wild morning. Didn't really have a ton of lines out, and then all the lines moved, and everything's been going up and down. And I mean, in the Toronto game, not a ton. In the Indy game, obviously, Morant just got ruled out. Dylan Brooks got ruled out. I think Clark got ruled out. I think Tilly got ruled out. Yeah, everyone's getting ruled out in that game. Milwaukee game, Giannis got ruled out, completely changed the lines. Chicago game, DeRozan is now out. Moved the lines quite a bit. Phoenix, Denver, I think that's pretty much normal. I mean, we know who's been out there, but yeah, a lot for a 5-game slate here. So riding solo today. Didn't feel like making Dean deal with me today. I've got a nice little resort right now. So, I mean, the most infuriating thing in the world is it's on an Indian reservation, which I cannot gamble here, apparently. I have to drive 10 miles over to the nearest town after this show to go put in bets. So, yeah, it's an interesting day for me, to say the least. But let's just go ahead and break right into these games here. The first game, we got Toronto going up against Cleveland. Not a ton of bets in this spot here. I like the over of Siakam at 22.5. Make sure you get it at minus 113. It's over at Bet Rivers, over at Barstool, over at Twin Spires. Pretty much anytime you see Bet Rivers for a bet for me, then you can look at Barstool, you can look at Twin Spires, whatever's in your state. I mean, I know it's different from state to state. But those 3 sports books all use basically the same lines. But we look at what he's been doing lately. Hitting this in 5 of the last 7 games is a little bit too low. 22.5, just not a great number. And then I'm not sure if this line has moved for Darius Garland. Let me check here. It might have already moved. Garland, yeah, you can still get the under at 37.5, but it looks like the juice has moved a decent amount here. You can get at 36.5 with not much juice. Over at MGM, saying at minus 105 on the under. Superbook minus 104. DraftKings minus 105. If you want at 37.5, unless you are in Colorado where MaximBet allows it at minus 118, that's still a decent line there. I got it minus 115 here. PointsBet might actually still have it. I don't bother using PointsBet too often, but I'm in a different state now. So I am down in Arizona. I'm able to gamble on pretty much anything. And outside of DraftKings and FanDuel, all the other sports books use different systems. So I have to sign up for a completely new sportsbook account in a different state, and I get all the bonuses. So, it's going to be a pretty profitable little trip for me out here. And yeah, I'm not sad about it. Outside of that, I almost bet Garland under 1.5 point steals plus blocks, but I end up staying away. So Realistically, it's Garland under 37.5 now to 36.5 points, rebounds, assists, and Siakam over 22.5 because he's hitting 5 of the last 7. Not a great matchup, but really just don't care. It's too low of a line there. Moving on to the next game, we have Indy versus Memphis. I've got nothing in this spot here. There's no lines out for this game, really. Let's see if Halliburton has a line. Nope. Brogdon, nope, because we don't even know if he's playing. Jackson, nope. There's no lines out. There's almost no lines out. Memphis is favored by 12.5. I mean, I think both of them are on the second end of a back-to-back. Yeah, both of them are on the second end of a back-to-back because I remember Payne hit his points over yesterday. Oh, probably should go over how we're doing so far for the month. This week has not gone well, down about 4 units, which isn't terrible. Haven't had a winning day yet this week, but overall in the month, we're still sitting up 20 units, which is 10K, or 19 units, which is 9.5K. Sitting at a 5.8% ROI, which, you know what, I'm never gonna be angry at that. It's not as much as I'd hope, but it's still pretty darn solid there. So yeah, things are going pretty well. Only cleared 3K last month, but off of $500 units, it's still not terrible. Didn't have it every day. Only have this show Monday through Friday. So, yeah, we'll be having it again tomorrow. We'll be having it again next Monday through Wednesday. I'm actually going to be in Vegas for my bachelor party. So, not sure if we'll end up having a show on Thursday and Friday. Maybe I'll Dean host and I'll be drunk on a golf course giving you guys picks. But we'll see. We're moving on to the next game, Washington, Milwaukee. I got a lot of bets here. Bobby Portis under 10.5 rebounds, sitting at minus or plus 120 over a points bet. Solid overall line here. Drew Holiday, I got the over on points. Probably going to hit the over on points, rebounds, assists, points, and assists. I got 30 plus points. I got 35 plus points. Great thing about RG is we look here. His line sitting at 23.5. We see that we're projecting for over 30 in this spot. I mean, no Giannis, no Middleton, if I remember correctly. I just want to make sure that I thought Middleton's still, yeah. No Giannis, no Middleton. Drew should absolutely smash. I am worried about the potential, the potential blowout in this spot. But realistically, something to look at in betting is when the favored team is the one that might blow out. Or if there's a potential blowout, looking at the favorite team, and if you're betting on someone from the favorite team, like Milwaukee with Drew Holiday, you worry about it less because most likely they ended up getting there in a blowout because they put up too many points. I mean, there's always a possibility that it's a Clippers type game where at halftime it's like 50-20 and the Clippers can't score at all, which is why I no longer bet the Clippers. And all the news today, Reggie Jackson being limited for the rest of the season, Batum being limited for the rest of the regular season. Stay away from betting Clippers, but Milwaukee, Drew should get his full complement of minutes. I mean, this game is sitting at an 8-point spread. Let me update and see if it's still sitting at, or if it was at a 9.5-point spread. I think I last saw it at an 8-point spread. No, now it's a 9-point spread. So it's been bouncing up and down based on the Giannis news. Regardless, Drew, all the overs. Decent little bet. Grayson Allen, you can find it over at Caesars. Under 3.5 rebounds, sitting at plus 120. We look at things here. Grayson Allen, not a bad matchup versus Washington. Should get a boost in minutes because they're going to need a little bit more offense without Giannis in there, without Middleton in there. But, I mean, he's been playing mid-20s minutes, high 20s minutes sometimes. And we look at his rebound totals, 2, 5, 3, 3, 3, 5, 1, 4, 7, 1, 1. Like, he's not a big rebounder. This is not a great rebounding spot. I mean, obviously, Porzingis, Kuzma, and Rui and Bryant, like all the big guys over in Washington, they're not looking at their overall season numbers when it comes to rebounds. This is not very predictive of how they are now, considering they are a drastically different team and they've had so many rebounds throughout the course of the season. So Grayson Allen getting this at plus odds, and he's hitting it at like a 70% clip on the under. You just take it. I know he's going to play more minutes. That's baked into it. Realistically, I give this about a 50-50 shot of hitting. Which means this is offering a 10% potential ROI if you hit it 50% of the time. then you're going to make $20 on a $100 bet half the time, meaning $10 on a $100 bet over the course of the entirety of this bet, meaning 10% ROI. That's an easy way to calculate. Rui Hachimura, under 1.5 threes. You can get it plus 130 over at DK, plus 135 over at DK. He's actually been hitting this at a decent clip. But one thing to always look into is it's going to be you just see his shooting percentage here. Like 2 out of 2. It's not going to happen very often. 2 out of 5, that's going to happen decently often. They'll hit it. But a lot of these, he's just been hitting at a huge rate. Shot 50% there, shot 66% there, 100% there, 0% there, 100% there, 0% there, 40% there. So he's kind of all over the board. But most of the time, he's going to end up putting up 3 to 5 attempts. So average for, if you're assuming an average of 4 3-point attempts per game, that means he has to shoot 50% if he's going to end up hitting this. And I don't see that happening nearly often enough. For some reason, I'm a dummy and I'm entering the NBA Top Shot drop today because I'm just a sucker for punishment and losing money, as I keep doing over on NBA Top Shot. We'll see. Maybe I'll pull something out here, but I don't know. But Rui Hachimura is one of my favorite bets. They're saying it plus 135 on the under 1.5 threes. Yes, it could get some extended run here, but still not a very good line. Porzingis over 7.5 rebounds. Again, most of my bets are in this game because there's nothing out for Indy, Memphis. Not a lot of lines out for Chicago, New Orleans, and then I just don't love the Phoenix-Denver game. But Porzingis, since he's been playing over in Washington, been getting a decent amount of boards. His minutes are finally into the 30s, which I like. We look at his numbers, hit it in 3 of the last 5 games. But realistically, in the last 6 games, he's averaging double-digit rebounds, even with that 3-point or 3-rebound adding. So 7.5 is just a bad line. I'm going to check and see if the line has, in fact, moved. It's moved very slightly. It's went from minus 128 to minus 130. Still get it minus 130 on Caesars, on DraftKings, on FanDuel, on Betfred, if that's in your state. Don't use Betfred a ton. Alex asking, where's my cannonball? The pool. They have trash internet down there. I thought about doing this show from down by the pool, but did not decide to do that because I do not want to get my computer wet. Did not want to do it on my phone. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe this afternoon. I think I might be hosting Crunch Time. Who knows? We'll see. Moving on to the next game, Chicago versus the Pelicans. I got bet the Bulls plus 3.5 right after things moved. I threw that into the Grants Action Lounge. So if you're paying attention, you got it at 3.5. The line is now sitting. Is it still sitting at 3.5? Can you still find it at 3.5? I'm going to check to see if you can still get this line at 3.5. Because if so, I still like it. No DeRozan. I think that moved a little bit too much. Line sitting at 3.5. Nice. Yeah. So I like the Bulls plus 3.5 here. I mean, DeRozan definitely a hit, but they still have enough players. I mean, Caruso being back is big boost to that team. Much better defensively. Vooch is still playing. Levine is confirmed in. Patrick Williams, how many minutes did he end up playing the other night in his returns? I mean, I know they're kind of fighting to stay out of the playing game right now, so they actually have a reason. But they're only playing him 20 minutes. Not great offensively, but a solid defender. So that defense is a lot better. Pelicans, obviously, may still without Zion and not going to have Ingram in all likelihood unless things change. So they're not a great team. I just don't understand this line at 3.5 here. So, yeah, I hit Bulls plus 3.5. Looking at the Pelican side, I think, I hit McCollum over 35.5 points, rebounds, assists, sitting at minus 110 over at MGM. Solid overall line, but that's pretty much it from this game. Not a ton of things to love. Oh, I forgot to mention the last game. Neto under 4.5 assists. You can get it plus 105 over Fox Bet. Neto under 0.5 blocks plus steals. You can get plus 180 on Caesars. He's hitting the under on that roughly 43% of the time over the last 8 games. I mean, he may end up with 4 in one random game, but I don't think this is a spot where he's going to be able to get many block steals. He'll be on Drew, who will handle the ball a lot. But I don't think Neto's going to get over. I don't think he's going to get block or a steal here. Or I think the plus 180 odds are just bad. So not a bad bet. Guys, again, any questions you want me to answer? This show's going a little short because we realistically only have 4 games to bet on because there's nothing in the Indy Memphis game until the lines come out. Hopefully they'll be out by the time I get towards the end of the show. But yeah, any questions you have, anything you want me to answer, drop it in the Action Lounge. Let's see what people are talking about. Dean watched Moana yet? He was not assigned Moana. He still has to watch Lord of the Rings. He's talking about things. Yep. Dean won our bet yesterday. Unfortunately, I have to watch something. I'm behind on a few things. I have a lot of movies to watch. Looking at the last game, Phoenix, Denver, all I really like is Jokic over 26.5 points. I mean, he's been just playing some fantastic basketball. He's been doing everything. Looking at the shot totals, and he's been incredibly efficient. But gotten 29 plus, I guess, in 3 of the last 4 rather. Been averaging close to 30 over the last month. Just Jokic is incredible. 4-point spread, high total here going up against Phoenix. I don't think Ayton's going to be able to slow him down or JaVale McGee. Jokic over 26.5 points is a very solid bet. But let's see. Milo asking about Levine over 26.5 points. That wasn't out earlier. Go over to DK. So, yeah, this is where price shopping works out well. DK has it at 25.5 points plus 100 on the over. Hammer that. Hammer Levine over 25.5 points over on DK. DK, NBA, 3.4 prop. Adding that to my spreadsheet there. A little pain in the ass. Yep, not supposed to say that. Yeah, no, I mean, Levine over 24.5 points is just a bad line. They clearly didn't put the right line out there. Throwing in Grant's Action Lounge right now as we speak. But yeah, hit that line. Good call. It's a 26.5 over on DK. Is Bulls plus 3.5 a lock? No spread is ever a lock unless you get it before the news ends up hitting. It's just bad. It's just a bad line, but I mean, it's not a lock. The likelihood of them hitting is probably close to 55% according to my calculations. Checking Levine. Oh, now it is over at 26.5. So Levine's prop just moved. I'll update that here. Throwing it 26.5. Again, I can't normally I bet this on the show, but on a reservation, you can't actually bet. So thanks for pointing that out, Steve. Yeah, so I'd still like it at 26.5 at plus 100. If the line moves to minus 110, probably doesn't offer any value, but at plus 100, it is a pretty decent value. But yeah, that's basically it. You guys don't have any more questions, I'm going to get out of here. I've got alcohol to consume and a pool to swim in. So it's been fun, guys. We'll be back again tomorrow. Again, go to scoresandodds.com/Discord. Get in there. Really simple, free bets all day long. Just go do it. Done. Yeah, but that's the end of the show, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in tomorrow. I'm out of here. See you, kids.